The nocks are not knocking very well.
Hey, welcome back everybody. We wanted to do a review on budget arrows. These are Sanlida Dragon 10s. The tolerance on these is 0.001. Now I got a dozen of these. We spun them out and we've got 3 of them. 2 of them actually, they're borderline. One of them was wobbling pretty good. You know, for a dozen arrows, it's pretty common.
Yeah, I was pretty fine with that.
Yeah, you know, that's even with really high-end arrows, you'll usually get a couple that aren't perfect, but that's fine. So that was good. So if you watched the last video on the Modsaw here, I cut these down for Cody. They're 26.5 inches, and we shot them yesterday. So we've got some good news and some bad news. Now, full transparency, I didn't buy these arrows. Sanlida actually sent these to me, but I'll be very honest about what we found.
Do good news first?
Let's just get the bad news out of the way.
All right.
Let's just do that. These arrows have horrible nocks.
The orange ones are the ones that we put on.
Yep, I put some other nocks on today. These are the Boning Blazer nocks. We put these in here and we reshot them today. Much better results. The arrows themselves now, they're actually grouping good. They're safer to shoot. So what happened yesterday was the very first time each arrow was shot, we had 2 of the nocks explode on release. They just pow.
Did not feel very good.
No.
My arm still a little hurts.
Yeah, you know, the string kicked off, hit his arm, did it twice. Each time, each knock that blew up did that. Which is not, you know, that's normal. So what's not normal is nocks that explode. So that's the bad news. So the good news, these are cost-effective arrows, especially if you're just getting into archery. I'll put the current price on the screen right now so you can see what a dozen of these cost. They're a carbon arrow. They've got the blazer vanes on them, and they, like I said, you know, most of them spin out pretty nice, really, really accurate. I've spun them with field tips, spun them with broadheads. They're good. And they're not bad. And they shoot pretty good too. We got, what, a 5.5 inch group at 30 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, perfectly acceptable. So yeah, that's good. But I will caution you, if you purchase these, you really should spend another 10 bucks and buy some better quality nocks. Definitely do that. Because like I said, that especially when the second one exploded, it shattered. It didn't just break, it shattered, and pieces actually hit me about 6, 7 feet away. We could hear other little pieces bouncing off the deck. Not cool.
And a very inaccurate shot because very close call.
Yeah, it really, that arrow did not go anywhere near where it was supposed to go, which, you know, so if you're thinking about using these for hunting, you know, I would say you would have to replace the nocks. You don't want to run the risk of having a nock shatter and that thing, you know, going off, hitting an animal where it shouldn't be. So, but other than that, these actually are, for the money, they're actually pretty good arrows. Now, many of you know, if, like him and I shoot Victory arrows. I'm shooting the Rip TKOs. You're shooting, what are you shooting? I forget.
They're right here.
The Rip. Yeah. Yeah, these are little 4mm guys here from Victory. These are the Rip. I shoot the Rip TKOs. He's going to hunt with these arrows this year. He's got the broadheads, or the practice broadheads for the Montex, the G5 Montex. Good, excellent arrows. But the pricing of those arrows is, they're costly. They're not cheap, especially mine with the Rip TKOs. I think they're 130 bucks for 6 arrows. So that is not in everybody's budget.
I think mine were around $80 to $90.
Yeah, they're about 90 bucks.
They're a little bit cheaper, but
yeah. But again, 6 arrows. So you can get a dozen of these for a lot less money. So, you know, budget-wise, hey, if you can't afford high-end expensive arrows, this is actually a good option to just get people that are new to archery out shooting. So that's excellent. What I'll do is I'll put a link to these, and I will put a link to some nocks for these too, so that if you do decide to pick some of these up, you really should just get them with some aftermarket nocks too. But other than that, you know, I think just for 3D shoots and stuff, they're going to work just fine. And we will do a follow-up video probably in a few months after we've shot these things several hundred times, because I'm curious to see how the arrow shaft itself holds up and how the vanes hold up, you know, with whatever glue they use. You know, so there's cheap glues out there. Anybody into archery knows that. And then, you know, a couple shots, and then pretty soon you got a vein peeling off. But so far, they're holding up okay. They haven't been shot a lot, but we've definitely put them through a few paces.
Yeah. I'd say for right now, I think we've put about 20 shots in each arrow.
Probably. Yeah. And they're so far so good, you know. So anyways, so Sanlida, if you happen to see this, even if you had to charge a couple bucks more, put better nocks in these things. Seriously, that was
it was scary.
That was scary. You know, and if it broke just wrong, you could potentially get into almost a dry fire situation and ruin some limbs. So so positives and negatives.
Yeah.
You know, so are they
with everything?
With most stuff, you know, are they worth it? Depending on what you're doing, whether you're hunting, target shooting, just getting into it. I mean, there's some things to weigh out there, but you know, if that's enough. Yeah. There you have it, folks.
An honest review.
An honest review. Yeah. They're not bad for if you put different nocks in there, they're not bad.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time.